she knows me. I don't know about others. So I'm Eusuf. I'm working with, I'm WCRM ambassador. Then I got some certification also in the industry cloud and also in MuleSoft. That's enough about me. What is Genie? I think that's why people stopped coming to my sessions, because I make the audience the presentation. Who knows Genie in a bottle? Okay, that's better. If I tell Genie is generative engineering, information, something, 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 people will believe, as nobody knows. But that's not the thing. This is, have you seen this thing in Salesforce? Yeah, this is the money. So Genie is an AI assistant, on Salesforce. And often it is misunderstood that people thought Genie was the new Einstein, but we'll see the difference. So it is basically just the logo of the data cloud. Data cloud is the cloud and Genie is the logo. And so don't get too hyped about it, but in Salesforce often you will see Genie, 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 and we will see what exactly it will do. So the session was mostly for who remembers the session name? I think no one. Okay, the session title was multi-cloud with data cloud. So let's see what data cloud is. Have anyone worked with data cloud? Please don't raise any hand, I'll get shocked. Oh, really? So I think all of you can read it rather than me repeating what is data cloud. But data cloud is basically earlier, which was Salesforce CDM. Anyone worked with CDM before? Marketing cloud? I got the best audience. Whatever I say, nobody will challenge me. The data management platform, which was earlier data management platform, Salesforce invested some money, according to this, but we are more interested what they invested in creating the functionality. So it is mostly aimed to steal marketing cloud. But as the data cloud sounds very nice, people often confuse it with the data platform. So business, especially the CIOs, they think data cloud is another kind of data platform where you can do data warehouse, data lake, all these things, and will serve many purposes. But still, data cloud is mostly aimed to marketing cloud. But why do Salesforce needs it? We will try to see a little bit later. No demo, by the way, because no point in doing demo because it is not freely accessible license yet, no free instances, so people cannot practice. One other thing important for data cloud, which I just said, that don't confuse it customer data platform, which became marketing cloud customer data platform. Salesforce is very good in renaming things. So what is multi-cloud? Now from this one, things may get a little bit interesting. If nobody answers, then I'll pick person. What is your name? With specs. Yeah. Sorry? Othman, nice meeting you. What comes to your mind when we think about multi-cloud? Yes, very, very nice, very, very close indeed. So in Salesforce, our common instance is Sales and Service Cloud. Then we can have commerce, analytics, marketing, industry, various clouds. But we can tell this scenario, whatever is still in the screen, that multi-org. And in multi-org, we have different setup, different way of Salesforce native way of doing things, right? Very good. Salesforce Marketing Cloud is mostly focused on marketing activities. Okay? Exactly. And it is good that you are not, you just admitted that you are not from Salesforce. Those who work in Salesforce, the first time they see Marketing Cloud, they really doubt whether it is a Salesforce product or not. Okay, so this scenario can be also multi-org, not multi-cloud. But imagine one organization who has all these orgs, sales, service, commerce, maybe doing e-commerce business, analytics, marketing, and they might be having also an industry cloud. Usually we have ESB in this kind of scenario, and I just used example of MuleSoft. But in reality, they are connected with lot more things like SAP, AWS, Google Cloud. So multi-cloud, we can say, when multiple Salesforce orgs come together to share data, and no org is running only with first-party data. First-party data, that means the data which resides in your Salesforce org. Third-party data is which is coming from another system. It could be your integrated backend system. It could be integrated with any other cloud system. Okay? So this is kind of a very simplistic best case scenario because all the arrows are two ways, but in reality, even if we want to integrate a sales service with marketing with one ESB and with one backend system, the arrows become unlimited. Sorry? Exactly. So spaghetti or even Chinese noodles might be more appropriate. Spaghetti, still you can take one at a time. Okay? So the consequence of multi-cloud happens is like this. And by the way, this image is not created by me, credit to Salesforce. And rather than creating this, recreating something like this, I just prefer to use this one. So the customer resides in many instances, and that's why you see duplicates. It is very common to get customer duplicates, and the definition of duplicate is not only for the name, email ID, phone number. It could be the same person in different org with the same data, but often a same person is in different org or different clouds with different data. Sometimes it's a valid scenario. I have a separate email only to pay my bills. All my bill mail comes to that email. And I have separate email for all my family things. And I have many separate emails to manage each of my secret girlfriends. Anyways, so I am duplicated in many places, but that could be a valid scenario. But what it creates, when we try to create a customer 360 view, what is customer 360 view? Golden hoodies are not allowed to respond. Full view of the data or the person? Both. Okay, so can you give an example of a customer 360 of my profile, what I just said? I have one email ID for all the bills. No, not one. For secret girlfriends, many. Even I lose track how many emails I created. Anyway, yeah. And one for maybe my job, which I forgot. That is the most least important in my life. Anyway, yeah. So in Customer 360, and imagine the worst case scenario. That is my wife, who is seeing all these things. Okay, but there the trick is, I will tell this email is not mine. Yeah, the name might be same, but email is, you never know that. So that happens when we do multi-cloud scenario. Maybe some data is coming from your legacy system where a person even didn't have the email when the account was created. And recently that customer, maybe 42 years old, in another system, he has all his bank transactions and purchase history, right? So here, to resolve this, we need to do few things. One is unification. And unification is that by analyzing all my activities in different clouds, someone has to decide whether this is the same person or not. And for human being, it is pretty time consuming. Is there any data engineer in this room by any chance? Yeah, you are data engineer. Okay, good. So you can define the unification better. What is unification? Very good. Would you like to proceed rest of the, because he explained better than me. Okay. So and in that unification in Salesforce, we have some limitations as well. For example, 5 points we will discuss. Usually I click one by one, but I have smarter people. So sources of data and integration. When we are doing multi-cloud scenario, we have to first, and this is the baseline sources of data and integration, data model and delta. In various orgs, data model can be different. I apologize to you, I hope, because I'll talk something very specific to Salesforce now, okay? So, what is data model in Marketing Cloud? Anyways, don't worry about it if you don't know. So in Marketing Cloud, we organize data in entirely different way, and there is nothing called data model in Marketing Cloud. But in sales service and industry cloud, experience cloud, we have the same data model, but often this data model object gets customized in various org for various purposes. And so it becomes very tricky to create a unified data model. And that is, again, not suggested that you have one master data model and replicate in all your Salesforce orgs. Even if you do that, you might not be able to do that in your AWS or your data lake or whatever your data repository is. So those delta becomes your fuzzy logic variables, okay? Security model, again, sorry, very specific to Salesforce. In sales and service org, the visibility of a user may not be same in another org, or in another org that user might not be even existing. So to provide that user with some kind of customer 360, we have to check the security model and what are the differences, okay? Process model. Business process varies as we are dealing with multi-org. definitely the business had the need of doing different things in different orgs or different clouds. And the last one is data quality. Who has not seen any bad data so far? Yeah. Very good. That could be Salesforce problem, right? I like Salesforce for very few things, and one of them is that it is very easy to blame it. Okay. Okay, sharing my experience. In one banking solution, I saw that there are 60% data, that means customer account opened with info@thatbankname.com. Okay. Okay, so these are the 5 points to remember when we are dealing with multi-org things. And again, this image is from Salesforce. So I wanted to spend few more time. In fact, on this slide, I can talk for even a day. So data source, on the left, we are having CRM data. And just after that, we have third-party cloud storage. Then we are getting data from API, SDK, ESB, whatever. So we are doing the connection. And here, I think, only one data engineer in this room. Okay, very good. Here onwards, I think he will understand better than my Salesforce colleagues. Okay. So we connect, we do the batch streaming, whatever integration, but we scale data. Can you help me to define scale data? Scale data. Yeah, data is scaling up. For example, yeah, you want to tell something? Exactly. So for one example could, I mean, data in seeing in different dimensions. So from Service Cloud, we get all the cases. From Sales Cloud, we get maybe the purchase history, opportunity opened, opportunity lost, what are the product of interest. From other data sources, maybe we are getting his credit ratings, which is external, right? So all those things we are stitching there or organizing to get stitched on the next phase we call harmonize. And here basically the data models are automatically getting created by Data Cloud. So the logo genie here is that there are a lot of AI models running to do this data harmonization, okay? Then we unify the data, or unify not the data, we unify the data instances. And basically there we can get some kind of customer 360. Then analyze and predict here again comes with your artificial intelligence things and analytics things. Better not to discuss much on those, but assume by analyzing a customer, it can predict what could be the next case, and also it can predict what could be the next product of interest for a segment, then up to the level of an individual. Amazon personalize, anybody have experience? SageMaker? No, very good. Else I had to spend some time how they are similar. And then the act, and that act is whatever is our output till predict, it can be invoked through a flow in Salesforce orgs. It can be called by an app, and that app could be a Salesforce native app, also an external app. How external apps can run on Salesforce data? The answer is not related to Data Cloud. Heroku is a good example. Anyways, and whatever Whatever is happening there, that we call activation. Now how Genie works. We started with Genie, right? Or how Data Cloud works. So we are getting all those data and apps or instances, whatever you say. We have something called Einstein platform. And in Data Cloud, we have a built-in Einstein platform. So when you buy Data Cloud, well, sorry, I think none of us will be buying because it is too super expensive. It comes with a lot of platform already integrated, and one of them is Einstein platform. The advantage of using Einstein platform is you can bring external AI models or machine learning models into that platform. It could be Python. There is also a connector for Tensor, TensorFlow, all those things. And all those logics can be fed to your Data Cloud. That means if you are having a built-in or already developed custom-made predictive analysis tool or data prediction tool, maybe hosted in Amazon or Google, you can utilize that through Data Cloud into your Salesforce sales org, service org, or whatever org you are, and vice versa. That means the data can be also fed through Data Cloud to those. Okay? If you ask any question here, I'll be very happy. Anyways, so what is the business values of cross-cloud? That's why I do not like writing things on slide. People read before I can tell anything. So everyone read it, right? Any question on what is written? So all the clouds, when come together, that is cross-cloud solution. But to make a cross-cloud solutions, the business and also those cloud business process owners needs to work together. This is the simple English. The technical part is that it involves clean data, clean business process, and really defined business rules in one side. The other side, you need what insight of data you are trying to do, okay? And the business value comes with cross-channel, cross-relationship, cross-stakeholders, cross-sales, cross-platform, cross-solutions. That means if we have Data Cloud, and if that Data Cloud has one prediction for opportunities, we can, it is immaterial how many products we are dealing. The business can go out or the business can add new way of doing business, but the Data Cloud remains same, the logics remain same, okay? And that's it. So the clap means no further question. Does anyone, do we have time? Are you guys is the next speaker in the room? Why? You should come and kick me out. Any questions so far?
Yes, thank you. So first question is that, is the harmonizing process and the analyzing process, is it a triggered process or is it something that's going on with your ongoing org? Like, do we trigger it when we enable Data Cloud? I'm not sure if we do enable it. Is it something coming with the org? And when we do that, do we trigger it or something that's happening behind the scenes? Can I do my second question?
Well, in Data Cloud, what we call creating data streams, okay? And in data streams, we define what data will come from which org. Now, you can leave it to Data Cloud to decide how to harmonize, or you can manually define how you would like to harmonize. So in practice, it is better at the very beginning to run both process. That means let the automation do its own thing, and you are also doing your own thing, see the results, see the variance, go till the activation, see the user response, that are users really thinking this opportunity prediction was correct or not, get the score, and then rework, okay? So if you create the data stream, the harmonization can be controlled by human or also controlled by automation.
My second question is, I saw there that it says graph under the harmonizing process, and the last step is delegating the output to flows or activations. So do we use standard out-of-the-box flows coming with Data Cloud, or can we leverage our custom flows, for example, for a custom process? And if that's the case, then what's the output coming from the Data Cloud? Is it records and metadata type? Because I think we should see this from 2 dimensions, vertical and horizontal, because we may be getting records and new metadata type because we are having a new data model. So what's the output that I can leverage from a custom perspective, not out of the box?
Well, here, whatever is till here, anything, and it can be called by any of those right-hand side, like app action, flow, activation. The flow is the standard flow you can use, and whether it is the custom built or whatever, it's the org is standard Salesforce flows, okay? And in flow, you are injecting the output of Data Cloud, and it could be a simple prediction score, or it could be data duplication alert. Whatever the output is giving in Data Cloud, you can invoke it utilize it into your Salesforce org. The other thing is that Data Cloud also has its own flow, okay? And these flows are mostly for making the user aware of what are the data. For example, it has flows to check data quality. It has flows to check data duplication. And it also has flows to automate the garbage data. For example, in my 5 profiles, I have the same email ID, but in one profile, I have almost similar email ID. So it could be a spelling mistake or typing mistake. So that kind of, okay? Any other question from anyone? Then can I ask a question? You should go to the question and answer, because then I will feel justified that I did it in the right session. What is the difference between a data warehouse and database? No, it's not a trick question. The answer is a database where we can really have the garbage data. But in data warehouse, it should be always organized. Thank you.